can't serve it down right now. I feel like it's a better time to do it. Makes sense anyway. Baby, could you pour that for me?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, baby.
Kisses from my missus, I made it back. From a long journey, I made some racks. Fresh cut lemons in my lemonade. That goes well with that Hennessy, that's a fact. My game cold below freezing point, baby. Gonna need to wear fur for conversations with me. One spray, two sprays, get away from me. YSL cologne, that be the scent that got her digging me. They all clowns, they all jokes, baby, that's their purpose. If Ringling Brothers out of service, cool, they the circus. Everyone that you encounter, G, is not real. Just like every bud you smoke, it's not that Cali kill. Everybody got runt stuffed inside the blunts. If that's the case, then where that Reggie at that pack a punch, stupid. Do you listen or you just skim through it? My antifreeze frame some pics, I'm looking like some cooler. Flow like water, H2O fluid. I can show Bobby Boucher how to water whip to this music. Bet this, Jerome in the house pimping. I blew a box out, should get the benefits from limping. I write encryption with my vision, precision. Pen like a knife, a lyrical incision. Going back and forth, I maintain my sanity. Sip a few mimosas underneath a cool canopy. Mad at me, how can you be? Makes no sense. I love the fishbowl, but Sylvia could use tents. Nigga, chicken adobo with some apple juice. That shit a pocket, I ain't lying, fool, I'm convinced. They try to hold you back for getting one thing. What's meant for you was just for you, can't block my blessings. Feeling blessed while I'm wiping off my pinky rings. Peace shit, I move in the grand scheme of things. Nowadays I upgraded my life. I'm still the same stuff, I'm just improving my life. I stated it twice. For the ones in the back, you gotta grow, cause if you don't, then you ain't doing shit right. I still put out that energy that most of y'all feel. So if y'all feel it 9 times out of 10, then it's real. Life's good, I can't complain. But if I did, who would listen? That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Testing, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's Sunday. And y'all know what today is. A good day for content. Appreciate everybody's been supporting. That's definitely for sure. What's good with y'all, man? Oh, so dope live reloaded, aka OSD live reloaded is the channel. We are back again. It's Sunday, y'all. It's Sunday. Had some good content lined up for today. So I'm not going to be too long for this particular live stream, but I still wanted to make this live stream possible because being that I make the content that I make, I always want to leave an open line of communication so people feel as if, I'm making the content I'm making and, that's it. Nobody can say anything and what I'm saying is law. Absolutely not. This is the purpose of live streams like this when I have the open conversations with Also Dope Live Reloaded, because there's always conversations that can be had about any type of situation. So this is why I make myself accessible with these particular live streams, because I don't be wanting to leave people out guessing or wanting understanding but don't know how to go about getting their understanding, when they can just simply hit the link and get understanding or get some type of clarification for themselves. Now I understand too, there's people that don't want no kind of clarification and they kind of want the whole Jerry Springer manufactured BS going on, and that's cool. That's your content, do your thing. But over here, we have conversations, and people are adults, and you're going to use your mind the way it was intended to be used. Of course, this isn't the end all be all or anything that a person's trying to come up like they know it all. Not at all. When I speak about the things that I speak about, I speak from experience, because that's the best life's teacher, is experience. You can pick up a book and learn a lot about all different types of things, by reading a book. But the experience is the lessons to me. Experience is life lessons. We read books and we hear about people, who write the books because of their experiences. So that's what fueled them to write a book and for us to read. But going across your threshold every day is when you get your experience. Shout out to Black Ubiquity.
Factuals.
Shout out to CC.
Factuals.
Happy Sunday blessings to you as well. It is Sunday. And this live stream is kind of like a prequel, if you want to say, where we're gearing up to move into our Let's Have a Conversation segment today, later on, with Selena. Shout out to Selena. We got a great show ahead. I hope you all enjoy it. I hope you all are able to get insight from it. And I know that the replay value will be there, because the one thing that I always make sure that I want to do is invoke conversation to get people talking. That's always the objective. That's always the goal. And that is the reason why, I do the content that I do. I speak on certain topics, situations, with other content creators, because the platform that YouTube is, you have that privilege to. The moment it becomes a problem was when a person goes outside of that privilege and start doing, the absolute most up here. And mainly at most times it's because they're in their feelings, and it causes them to, go overboard and go beyond the platform because they can't control their feelings. But if you're a person that's sound and know how to articulate your words and know how to get your point across and leaving the feelings out of it, you'll do just fine. And to me, it makes for great content. And, so far so good. I've just been enjoying everything that I've been speaking about. I know I've, done videos on certain content creators, but it's bigger than the content creators that I'm speaking about. Honestly, they're just a example in the instances that I reference when, I play the videos and let you hear their words and let you hear their thoughts. I'm really just trying to show y'all the thoughts of these content creators that's on this platform. because sometimes a lot of people's judgment is clouded because it may be their favorite content creator that's, making the content that they enjoy. Again, I'm not here to tell anybody what content they should be enjoying, but more so understanding should be had. And it's all about clarification at the end of the day. So when I do the videos that I do, I'm simply giving my take on the content creator, my interaction with them, and what I see through these eyes, my perspective. That's all that I've ever give, when I do these videos. And, the more I'm doing it, I'm seeing that people share the same opinions and same thoughts as when I finish the video, or if I do an upload, or if I do a live stream and I'm speaking about particular topics. Some are in agreement, and I see that as some people that aren't in agreement. And that's fine too, because we can always agree to disagree. But the difference is the respect there. Because if I can respect that you have your opinion and your thoughts, I need others to do the same as well. And also the difference too is I'm giving reason as to why I'm viewing things the way I view things, the way I speak on things the way I do. Because it's not just about, because see the thing, and I want to be perfectly clear and perfectly and I want to be as clear and concise as I can be. When I do these videos, it's not a sign of attack. Because I see a lot of people don't understand the angles of why I do the videos I do. It's not about the person. Even though it is, even though I'm using, the likeness or, the entity of the particular content creator I'm speaking about. But it's just there, they're just an example of I'm using for the viewer to be able to identify the behavior of the content creator. Because like I've always said in past videos, your content is always still a reflection of who you are as a person. Now, we have different people who are different entities on this platform and are in character. But even though still being in character, that character still shares the same views as the person that's behind the character, which that character is still a part of their personality. Because this is the internet, and on the internet, you can absolutely be whoever you want to be up here. That's proven. We've seen it in so many times, in so many timelines where we've had people be who they want to be up here. And outside of that, it shows otherwise. But I keep it here on this platform because this is where we get the viewership, where it's for public consumption, and you're able to gain the opinion for yourself. Because and again, I'm only speaking for myself too. I've never been that content creator that would have, maybe supporters of mine or anybody in my audience or anything of that nature, where a person could come back and tell me, something that might have been said, or tell me a synopsis of somebody's video or any of that stuff without me doing my research. I watch videos. I sit up there and see exactly, what the context of the video is. I don't just read a title and be like, oh yeah, that's what it. No. Titles can be misleading. Titles can be very misleading. Titles can be very, very misleading. And if you're a person that don't watch the video, then you're in for, you're pretty much cheating yourself. And then, you haul off and make a video about a title of a video you never seen, then you'll end up looking foolish. The link is in the chat too. Like I said, these live streams is really for you all, for the audience, for the person that's watching the content that has an opinion, whether you agree or disagree. I'm not, I don't want anybody for a second to think that I only would like people that agree with, my viewpoints or the subject matter to hit the link. No, I also want people who have a difference of opinion to hit the link as well. Because there can be some understanding that can be given. There can be some clarification. And I do know that it's people that don't want the clarification because they know that it's certain things that keep the content going. And the best way to keep it going is to make it seem as if, there's no type of resolution that can solve whatever issues that they may have or whatever, viewpoints they have, and even if you have your viewpoint, that's fine as well. But the message that I want to, get across is that you understand where I'm coming from in my mind and the reasons why I say the things I say. Because it makes no sense to me to come on a platform and just spew all types of outlandish things just for the sake of views, and not, having any respect for myself, so I want to always make sure whenever I speak of things, I know what I'm talking about, and I'm not just in front of you all just saying anything all for the sake of sounding like I know what I'm talking about. No, I want to be speaking about things I know exactly what I'm talking about, and I'm not just saying anything. I got a few other concepts and topics that I want to discuss that I'm going to actually schedule live streams around as well, because I hear a lot of content creators talking, and the thing about a lot of content creators that they don't understand is without other content creators, they wouldn't survive. Other content creators need other content creators to survive. And if you think about it, being a content creator, we all network and work with each other. So it's kind of like a great platform to have that. But I see it's a lot of other content creators that, may get a little beside themselves and think that they're actually doing something, when in all honesty, they need other content creators to survive, because without the other content creators that's associated around them, they wouldn't have any content and they wouldn't survive. I'm just grateful enough that I have a sound mind and I'm able to, speak my thoughts. And, the experiences that I've been through in life will always give me something to speak about, will always give me something to address, will always give me a thought about something that the next person that experienced that same thing can speak about. It's not about getting up here on getting up here on camera and just trying to bash the next content creator and try to make myself look so much better, because I see that a lot too. A lot of content creators confuse that when I get up here and speak the way I do. I speak in the manner that I do because I've actually experienced things in life. So to see people conduct themselves in the light that they do on a platform like this for us all to see, and a person like myself highlights it. That's really what it is. What you see is what you get. Simple as that. But I just really want content creators to really sit back and think about their content. Because in all honesty, content creators need other content creators to survive. That's why you see the same content creators talking about the same people every day and talking about them. See, the thing is, people like to use verbiage like attack or beef or bash, that type of verbiage, when, that's what they're actually doing. But when it comes to me that, give y'all full context of whatever it is I'm speaking about, it may be a content creator that some people are familiar, but it's bigger than the person I'm speaking about. Speaking about the actual principle, speaking about characteristics that I'm sure people done seen other people display to them that can be identified. Again, the numbers, the likes, all that is fine. That's gonna be there. It's YouTube. You're supposed to, want to garner views and interaction, comments, reactions, likes, people sharing your material. You're going to want that to happen, of course. But the biggest thing is to always stay true to yourself in the content. That's it. Never lose yourself. You should never have to put yourself in a position where, in order to placate to your audience, you have to be in a character and present something to them, because that'll be the only way they'll watch you. Knowing that content isn't going to be evergreen content, and when I speak of evergreen content, that's the content that's going to always garnish views, because it's such universal material that no matter how you slice it, it's going to be a means for it. Evergreen content. Yeah, that's true. Some content creators don't have any talent. They can't think. They have no creativity. But it be those same content creators that be speaking on actual content creators that's actually outside making moves when they pivoting, and I don't take no kind of, when I hear content creators like that speak, it just falls on deaf ears. It's not even worth anything to hold as what's the words I want to say? It's something you don't need to hold to any kind of regard. I wouldn't look at that and be like, oh man, that person really kicking something. No, I mean, especially when you see the basis of the content that they're making. That's why you see some content creators still talking about the same people. That's why you see content creators, taking, content from other like it's if that's their form of entertainment, and the people that watch them, that's their form of entertainment, then do your thing. But real content creators know what's up. If you can actually go into something and it be your original content, and that's you putting your stamp on it, you putting your originality on it, you putting your style, your flavor to it, then you're an actual content creator. But if you're waiting for somebody to create something of their own, for you to come and take that and then accent it and put your shit on top of it, yeah, okay, if that's your thing, do your thing, but don't try to hold yourself to the next person that's actually out here really getting it and think that you're doing something when you're not. And that's just the nature of things. That's why I did do that live stream I did about Barbie girl Tina. Now, I wasn't about to sit up here and call this lady all types of bitches and all that stuff. You've had other content creators that I'm sure done live streams and did that already. No, I wanted to take another approach. I really wanted to highlight exactly what type of entity this was amongst us and what purpose they serve. And I knew when I did that video, it was going to be people that disagreed with it, and that's fine. That's also why I left a link available for the person that has an issue with what I'm saying to come up and have a conversation. I'm trying to show men how to be men. Men know how to articulate themselves. Men know how to speak with good diction. Men stand on business. Men say what they mean and mean what they say. Men can have conversations. Men don't have to hide behind inanimate objects or other entities to feel like there's some type of resource or source when they're already when they should be a source themselves. You understand what I'm saying? So when I hear people, say the stuff they say, it's just I hold it with a grain of salt because it doesn't reflect or touch on anything that I got going on, because I know that I'm an actual content creator. I know what I see when I look in the mirror every day. Can you all say the same? Can the people that have, the gripes and the that's always complaining or always have something to say, is always something wrong, can you say the same thing? It's just a question. Listen, that's just what it is with me, how I look at this stuff, man. And I get it, life be lifing. Life is going to life, and if life ain't life and you can't speak from experience and be able to identify certain things unless you've experienced it. And if you haven't experienced it and the situation happens, it now has became your experience. You can speak about it. That's why I always say you can always tell people that ain't never been through nothing. And those usually the people that are speaking on things they know nothing about because they never experienced it. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm having some real talk with y'all on this good Sunday. I just sit back and observe. Make observations. Queen Regina in the building. What's going on, Queen Regina?
Factuals.
Morning to you. I'm just saying, y'all, I hear content creators, speak every day. It sounds good to, and of course, you're supposed to appeal to your audience. I'm not telling no content creator not to appeal to their audience. But what I am saying is, while doing that, you should make sure that that's something that you're true to. You should do it for self first, of course. And the audience that's watching and see that and able to identify that, they'll respect it so much more. Because people can tell when you're just placating and just saying things just to say them. Yeah. We hear about the word clout, and a person to me has to have clout in order for others to clout chase. And to me, that's a silly word anyway. Clout, that's a silly word, clout chasing, when you're on a platform called YouTube, where it's littered with all different types of content creators from the four corners of the world that do different types of content. And this is what we're here for in this space. So that stuff like that stuff don't really it's the internet, man. It's the internet, man. I'm a person that goes outside, and real people respect me. I have conversations with so many people of different walks of life, that I'm able to use my experience and what I've been through, the ups and downs, to still be able to, relate to people on certain levels. Because I look at everybody as a book. Everybody is their own book, because everybody has their own story. And it's not up for, of course, you're supposed to read yourself and get an understanding of self. You're supposed to have done that first. But your story is for everybody else to read. And the best way that a person can read or get an understanding of who you are is if they can see that you are an open book. You're very transparent. You're as clear as concise as you can be when you're speaking. People can see that. People understand that. Everyone has a story. You can, be on a platform such as YouTube and create a character and base the content around the character that you created. Of course, because it's entertainment. It's supposed to be entertainment. Of course, you can have something informative, but you still have to be able to grasp the attention of the audience. But that character that's created is nothing but an entity from your mind that you made come to fruition. That's just what it is. I look at this YouTube thing totally different. I know you got people up here that think they're, some kind of masterminds and they've got a lot of things and they just this very, superior being to themselves. And everybody should feel that way. I told another content creator that you should always look at yourself in that manner. I'm not here to tell anybody they shouldn't. But what I won't do is have somebody that don't look at themselves that way tell me that I shouldn't. That doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense to me at all. You should always hold yourself to the highest regard, because if nobody else does, you should. You should know what you see when you look in the mirror every day. And if you don't know what you see, then that's a personal problem that you should take up with within. That's something within. That's something within. Nobody can help you find that. Only yourself can. Not people on the internet, not even people in your reality. You should want to know that for yourself. I'm just saying, man, I didn't want to get all preachy on a Sunday and stuff like that, but it's a shame, man. It's sad. It's sad, especially when I see people that shares the same reflection that I does feel like they have to subject themselves to, trash in order to be accepted. You should think of yourself more than trash. But I understand a lot of people don't, because they think that's the furthest they can go, is to wallow in the trash. And if that's where you feel like you belong, hey, who am I to tell that person that they should be above the trash if they think this is the best that they believe that they should be? Because I am not here to sway anybody's opinion about themselves when they should already have that for themselves, or what they think they should be, or who they should see themselves as when they look in the mirror. It's not up for me. All I can do is view the content, view the material that's being placed out here for public consumption, and gain insight, in my opinion, and be able to formulate an opinion from it. And from what I've, been seeing and speaking on and highlighting, see that I'm not wrong. You hate to be right about certain situations because it's wrong, but you're only able to identify it because of experiences and seeing people display those types of behaviors before, that you can see it a mile away. And this is a big world. You're going to have sheeple. There's sheeple everywhere, regardless of, what pocket of YouTube you might land yourself. There's going to be sheeple everywhere. I never paid those type of individuals in mind. If you need a person to think for you, especially on the internet, it lets me know that you're a heavily influenced person in your reality as well, that people can just sway your opinion, you know, all because if it might sound good to you without you doing any research. A person's able to just sway your opinion and speak for you and control your feelings and your emotions. And if a person has that type of control over you, and you are identified as a sheeple, you are a part of the sheeple, because nobody should have that kind of control over you, especially over the internet, something that you can control. I'm just saying, y'all, I'm just having some real talk with y'all. Just letting y'all know the thoughts that go in my mind, yo. And, I sit here all the time and think about, books and short films, documentaries, all sources to tell a story that for me that I could use to tell my story, and I'm still, contemplating it. But, as far as these live streams go and the conversations I have with y'all, this is good documented material too. I can always pull live streams back and pull from, those live streams to be able to concoct a type of short film or book or something, because just the experiences in themselves, I know, could help people. I share aspects of my life up here, whether it's hooping, playing a game, or sitting up here having conversations again. And it's quite evident because, the people that I've had conversations with up here, we're in other parts of the world, but still able to have a conversation about the particular topics we may be speaking about in that moment. And only people that have an understanding can do that. Everybody doesn't possess that type of gift. Everybody doesn't have that type of talent. A talent you work at, a gift is God given. I know I have a gift. Sure, anybody can go live and just start talking. Sure. Absolutely. But it has to be able to translate on camera first. You have to be able to share your thoughts in a manner that people are able to digest it, understand where you're coming from, and they'll be able to formulate an opinion about it. This is exactly what I do it for. I do it for this exact reason. I understand being on this journey, you're going to have a lot of hurdles that you have to overcome, and there's going to be people on the sideline having opinions about you, but that's fine with me, because if they don't have those opinions, or if they're not talking, then I'm not doing something right. If they're not doing any of those things, I'm not doing something right. I'm just saying, y'all. Just trying to give y'all a word on this Sunday. Link is in the chat for anybody that's listening right now. Yeah, I definitely wanted to do scene 4 conversations with Also Dope live today. I wanted to do it yesterday, but of course, just enjoying life, just sitting back and appreciating, just the work. And sometimes reflection takes that time. I've never been the person to try to rush and do a live stream or try to put something out there just to say I'm live and I'm just talking about. No, sometimes you have to reflect. That is the problem with most people. People don't take the time to reflect. Hear your thoughts. It's times where I'm just sitting in silence, no music on, no TV background noise on. I'm just in silence reflecting. People, like, we have to take time to actually hear our thoughts, reflect on the day that we had, reflect on the week that we had, reflect on the month that we had, reflect on the year that we're having so far. These are all things that I think about when I'm reflecting. Some of the things I should say is a lot of things that I think about because I'm an overthinker naturally. But those are just some of the things that's on my mind when I'm just sitting back reflecting. I feel like that's very important that people take the time to reflect, meditate, some would say. Of course, I haven't mastered the art of meditation. I know it's a certain art form, for meditation. And I'm not one saying I'm sitting here meditating and I got it down to a T. No, not at all. But I do reflect. I do think about situations that, that may have occurred during that day before, that week, that month. Like, I think about all those things because I always want to figure out exactly what was done in those particular moments of time that I could do differently moving forward. Because of course you can't get the time back, but you still do have the future. So you always want to make the correct choices to help you have a better future. And as far as like with YouTube, just to reflect, watch a few of the videos, that you've done, watch a few of the material and just reflect on it. I watch the material back because I want to see what you all see. Because in that moment when I'm in it, yes, it's happening, but the perspective is different too, opposed to it happening in real time and I'm in it and then watching the playback and seeing how things transpired on the outside looking in, which invokes reflection too. I'm just saying, man, these are just things I think about, man. I don't really have time to sit around and try to placate the people and pretend and manufacture all types of weird stuff when it's things that I could be doing, to improve, That's where my head at. And again, the link is in the chat for anybody that has an opinion about the material that I do, whether you agree with it or disagree. Feel free to share your thoughts. This is why I do these particular live streams for my audience or for a person that's on the outside looking in that has an opinion about what I do. Feel free to share your thoughts. Just saying, y'all. And you have, people, number shame and all. Like, you can't shame somebody that's doing content for themselves. I'm sorry, y'all. This is YouTube. And for somebody that, gets a particular, because again, and usually the people that does that aren't getting really crazy numbers like that. They're really not. YouTube is such a big platform, man. And people like the content that they like. Now, of course, if you're speaking on certain types of entities that might pique the interest of other people from other audiences because you're speaking on it, you're going to get that type of engagement. You're going to get that type of viewership, of course. It's the name of the game is YouTube. To be able to create, and for somebody that can come along and try to create something outside of what you've laid a foundation for to create. And I know the game of YouTube, that's just the game of YouTube. But to talk about like, well, if certain people don't talk about a video, then the video won't be seen, when clearly we on YouTube, and it's being seen. A lot of people appoint themselves to be some type of, gatekeeper, and that's cool. This is a platform where you can, be who you want to be. but in all actuality, people just making videos. People just making videos and they're having their opinions and saying what they want to say. That just is what it is, you know. I don't, when somebody speaks about my numbers or talk about, whatever it is that they hope, because you can always tell what people are up here and what they care about. If you listen long enough, if you let a person talk long enough, they'll tell you everything you need to hear. And if you have a person that speaks about numbers or, the amount of likes or, them doing favors and they feel like they're responsible for people, and you can tell the things that matters to them when the person that they might be referencing don't even speak of those things because they're looking at it in a whole nother light. But you're talking and running your mouth so much, you're telling the people what's important to you. I'm just like I said, I'm just grateful and blessed, that God gave me a sound mind, and with my experiences, came wisdom. Wisdom was with my experiences. I'm truly blessed. I really am truly blessed. And I'm grateful for the people in my life too. I'm very grateful for the people in my life. Because without them and them giving me, their honest opinions and, not being yes men and being always a thou wow with me, I wouldn't have no type of grounding. Give me a sec, y'all. Yeah, my bad though. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on everything, man. I don't. It's YouTube, bro. This stuff is YouTube, man. I am actually somebody in my reality as well, so I don't never feel like I have to conflate the two. And it's a blessing to know who you are when you look in the mirror. So I say all that to say this. What do you all see when you look in the mirror? I guess the biggest thing is the biggest thing that you can take from this live stream is, what do you see when you look in the mirror? Ask yourself that. When you look in the mirror, what do you see? Let's start there. And then gradually, graduate to, other questions about yourself. But that's more of a important question. When you wake up every day, what do you see when you look in the mirror? Again, the link is in the chat for anybody that would like to, come up, share their thoughts. We'll give it about another minute. I had the link posted already. So people that's listening, I'm just taking it as you're listening, and I appreciate you pulling up and listening. Thank you. But I also want to let you know as well that that option is still there if you want to hit the link and share your thoughts, because I don't want people to mistake or be confused that I just, sit up here and just talk and don't be wanting to have any interactions with something that they may agree or disagree with. So I want to make that always clear. And I appreciate everybody that pulled up to the live stream. I appreciate everybody that's going to watch the playback. Thank you. I just wanted to get up with y'all before we get into that interview later on. Well, it's not even an interview. It's more like a conversation. Conversation later on. The Let's Have a Conversation segment with Selena at 3:30 my time, 2:30 hers. Hope you all pull up, share your thoughts as well. Again, I'm blessed to be able to do this. It's a blessing. I hope you all continue to have a great rest of your day as well too. Sending nothing but positive vibrations to you on this Sunday. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate your subscription. Share this live stream. Share the channel. If you think this could help somebody, send it to them. That's what it comes down to. Just send it to them. These live streams are definitely, like I've already said, here to invoke conversation. That's it. And my link is always open to anybody that have a difference of opinion, because I know a conversation can be had. Just saying. But again, thank you all. This is OSD Live Reloaded, aka Also Dope Live Reloaded. This is the channel. Playback gang, you know what to do. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up. I always love the engagement. Leave a comment underneath the video. Share your thoughts. This is that kind of channel. Share your thoughts. It's a mature audience. And again, I thank you to everybody that's been supporting, watching the playbacks, watching the videos, sharing them, leaving comments, hitting that like button. It's all greatly appreciated. And when I do these conversations with the scenes, we're on scene 4, but when I do these open panel live streams, this is for you all to share your thoughts. This is all for you all. But again, continue to have a good rest of your day. Just wanted to touch bases with y'all. Like I said, it's like a prequel. I'll be back later on in a couple of hours, of course, for the Let's Have a Conversation segment. Join us. It's on my community wall. And thank you. Thank you again for the support. OSD Live Reloaded is the channel. Protect your peace, protect your energy. Always strive to make good decisions. Love yourself first. How can you love anyone else without loving yourself first? OSD Live Reloaded. Go.
Nike, Gore-Tex, boots, bubble, jacket and match, baby. That's with me. Chief and animal, cookies and wax. 93, octane punch, smoke, puffing on Pacquiao pack. Nothing can stop me. I'm after the racks. Accumulate funds till I feel on back. Let me get in my groove. Let me get in my groove. Nike Air Max 97, cork, all of my shoes. You reach a certain status if you pay all your dues. Staying out the way of fuckery, dropping my jewels. Actuals, yeah, little bitch, you feeling this shit. I'm killing this shit like Fred. Damn, I'm in your dreams, living rent free. Motherfucker, you too invested. You should make moves and pay your dues. Establish a line of credit. Right, the cards of life that's dealt to you. Swipe them all like that. She loving the view, champagne mixed with the juice. There's nothing to prove. When you the one that's making the moves, I'm hitting the snooze. I hear you talking, I'm not amused. That money a tool, so make more of it. What you gonna do? Damn, shit, I'm talking everything. Shit, Valentine, where I'm from, little bitch. Real peace, rock, go, still accomplishing the goal,